as you can guess, this is what I'll be working on today. It's another K31. It's an early one, 1935 vintage. And as you can see, this rifle has some spectacular tiger stripe wood on it. All things considered, being that this thing is as old as it is, 82 years old, I think it's obviously in excellent condition. I do believe this was sent back to the arsenal in 1953 to have it, whatever it is they do to them there, refurbish them. In this case, they rebarreled it and put a new bolt sleeve in it. It has a electro-penciled matched bolt sleeve, which is common on these that were sent back to the arsenal to have them refurbished or rebarreled or whatever it is they do to them there. I have completely gone through it, done what I do to these. Of course it's walnut, but as you can see, this has some terrific tiger stripe walnut on it. Of course, when they rebarreled it, they put a premium Hammerly barrel on it, and it checks basically as new. Throat erosion on it is a solid 2.0. They don't get much less than that, so this might have been shot some, but not very much. Maybe, for all I know, maybe not at all after it got re-arsenaled. It does have a troop tag under the butt plate also. But let me flip this around and see if we can get a look at the other side. Okay, here's a little view of it from the left side. Like I say, it's got some really nice tiger stripe wood on it, some tiger stripe walnut. And as usual, if you'll notice, I paid very strict attention to not ruining the edges and where the handguard meets the stock, that sort of thing, around the finger mortises and in the sling cutout. I get a lot of questions about people asking me how I do that and this and that, but it's just not explainable. It really isn't. I'd have to write a book to explain the processes I go through to ensure that those things turn out the way they do. And of course, each K31 I do has its own set of challenges that are unique to that particular rifle. But matching numbers, Hammerly barrel on it. Obviously, they stamp the numbers on it after they get done putting it all together, and I'm sure checking headspace. Of course, I'll check headspace after I fire it. I do know it checks good on the no-go gauge, so I'll check an exact measurement on it after I get done shooting a round out of it. And I did have it Cerakote in graphite black, which is usually what I have them done in. I do some other colors sometimes. But as you can see, the stock is in really good shape. It's not perfect. What do you want? It's 82 years old. But it's still very good condition. And so let me get set up here. I'm going to have to put my diopter sights on it. And bore sight it before I take a shot. I have not fired this before. This has yet to have a live round put in it, at least since I've owned it. And as you can see here, if you can see that, That's 1953 stamp on the tang, which would indicate to me that's when it was sent back to the arsenal and they did whatever it is that they do to it. But so let me get set up here, do a bore sight on it, put my diopter sights on it, and see if we can't get some shooting done. Well, I'm going to start this off, shoot this little K31, 1935 vintage. Gone through it, done a restoration on it. I'm going to take a first shot out of it. I think I'm just going to start out with some GP11 ammunition. Let's see where it goes off of bore sight and some GP11 ammunition. Be curious to see. So let's see how good my bore sight is on this. First shots are always a question. It's pretty good. That's low, about I don't know, 2.5 inches. It's only a ½ inch left though. So I'm going to give it some elevation. I'm assuming that first shot is pretty much where it's going to want to go. Gave it 12 clicks of elevation. And let's see where it'll hit now. Actually went about the same elevation, so it's probably holding down a little further on it. Still just a little bit left though, so I'm going to give it some right windage. There we go. That's more like it. That's a bullseye. About 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, touching the orange. It's good. At 6 o'clock, just under the orange. Bottom side of the 10 ring. That is good too. Perfect windage, just above the orange. It's in the 10 ring. Let's throw one more magazine in there. I'm not filling them up. These are five shot mags I'm filling. You know, they only come in 10 boxes of 10. Feel good about this one. I think we got a bullseye coming up here. Do believe that's a bullseye. It looks like it's right next to my third shot that was touching the orange. Oh yeah, it's good stuff right there. That's, I think, touching the orange also, maybe about 2 o'clock. It's a bullseye. Yep, that is lobbing them right in there. This rifle's accurate. Very accurate. Well, I gotta say that thing is pretty much annihilating the bullseye right now. That is good. That is very good. I have to say, I think that's pretty darn good right there. Those last 7 shots, 8 shots, they're all in the 10 ring, and I think the last six of them are all right around the orange, or on the orange. That's good. That's this rifle shoots excellent. What else is there to say about it, right? I'm going to see if I can't get a sight picture on the steel post down at 200 yards. Maybe I'll see if I can take a few shots at it too. Well, you saw me just do a range test, just sling 10 rounds of it, some GP11. Tried it out of these aftermarket stripper clips. They actually seem to work pretty darn well. I like them. It shot the GP11 ammo very well, obviously, as you can see. But if I can get a good sight picture on the steel post down there at 200 yards, I think I'm going to try to see if I can take some shots at it here in a little bit. If I can get the sun to kind of put a little light on it. Might have to wait a little while though. I bitch one way, I bitch the other. So one time there's not enough sun, and one time there's too much sun. So go figure. But at any rate, the range test came out very good. This is an excellent K31 right here. Very accurate. Not bad for an 82-year-old rifle. What's even more fascinating is that it still has its original numbers matching bayonet that goes with it. Huh, go fathom that. And this rifle was apparently by the tang stamping on the rear tang. It was sent back to the arsenal and redone in 1953. Looks like it had a premium brand new Hammerly barrel put on it. Electro-penciled new bolt sleeve with electro-penciled serial number to it. I like it. It's nice, good luck, handsome rifle, good looking rifle. But like I say, I'm going to give it a little while here and see if the sun will kind of move enough over so I can get a good sight picture on the post down at 200 yards. And we'll see how that goes. So, wish me luck. Okay, boys, I'm going to see if I can't hit on some steel down there at 200 yards. Sun's come out a little bit, and I can almost see the post. So we'll see. I'm going to use some hand-loaded ammunition this time. Some 168 grain Osler custom competition on top of 44 grains of 2520 accurate powder, commercial brass. CCI bench rest primers. Let's see if I can tag some steel here. That's a hit.